Namaskaram. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you felt a story, like really felt it? Like really felt it? Not just watched it, not just followed the plot, but felt it land somewhere inside you. I think about that a lot and I keep coming back to that one word. Contrast. Contrast. What is contrast? We talk about contrast in photography, in cinematography, and we usually mean one thing, light and shadow. The highlights, as you see in the water, and the darks. How much they fight each other in a frame. High contrast, low contrast. We know the language. But the more I've lived, the more I've worked, the more stories I've sat inside, I've started to see contrast everywhere. And I mean everywhere. Color contrast. Like the flowers, the yellow on the green, like the yellow on the green. Damn, that was a close one. Color has contrast, like the yellow flowers on the green. You put two colors next to each other, they either scream or they whisper. The tension, that's contrast. Light has contrast when a shaft of light falls into darkness and you can see exactly where one ends and the other begins. The edge, that boundary, that is contrast. That's the frame telling you something is at stake here. Even between a stone and cotton bud, contrast in dexterity while playing the piano, playing the guitar, the dexterity of the mind. But then there's emotional contrast. A person who laughs the loudest in the room, have you ever wondered what they carry when they go home? That gap between the performance and the interior, that is contrast and that is story. Then we have economic contrast. Economic contrast, the distance between abundance and lack. Not just money, I mean access, opportunity, how much runway one person has and how little another person has. And both of them standing in the same frame, same city, same world. That contrast doesn't need dialogue, it speaks. And here's the one I think about the most. The contrast of who surrounds you. How many people in your life are pulling you forward, how many are maybe without even knowing it, pulling you back. The ratio, the invisible architecture around a person. You can feel it when you meet someone. You can feel which direction they're being pulled. That is contrast and it shapes everything. When a director sits across from me, when a producer is pitching me a story, when an actor is describing a character, I'm not just listening to the words. I'm feeling the contrast. How dynamic is this? How much distance is there between the highs and the lows? Between the want and the lack. Between who this person was and who they're trying to become. Because that gap, that is where story lives. A flat line is not a story, a flat line is a document. Story needs contrast. Low contrast visually, it's soft, hazy. Everything blends into everything. There's a mood there, sure, but there's no edge, no urgency. High contrast, it declares something. Black is black, white is white. And the space between them is electric. I want you to think about your own story that way. Where is your contrast? What are the poles? What is the distance between where you started and where you are? Between what you want and what you got? Between the version of you that believed and the version of you that doubted? The distance. Don't minimize it. The distance is the most interesting thing about you. Contrast is not conflict. Conflict is what happens. Contrast is what exists. It's the condition underneath the story. It's the landscape. A mountain is only a mountain because of the valley. You only understand the silence after the sound. You only feel the warmth after the cold. ഈ ലോകത്ത് മുഴുവനും contrast ഉണ്ട്. This whole world is contrasting in so many ways. And we are just trying to learn how to see it. That's what I wanted to say today. It's a beautiful day. Just start noticing. ശ്രദ്ധിച്ചു നോക്ക്. മനസ്സ് തുറന്ന്. In a frame, in a room, in a person's eyes, in your own story. in your own story, what is the contrast? Because once you start seeing it, you cannot unsee it. And that changes the way you shoot, the way you listen, the way you live. So tell me, what has been the main contrast in your life? I'll catch you in the next one.